Addiction to information can be just as detrimental to your well-being as alcohol, drugs, or pornography. Don't believe me? Hear me out. I've worked closely with a lot of people over the last few years, and I can honestly say that most people do struggle with addiction. Porn, alcohol, and drugs are the obvious ones, but I've noticed a trend, especially amongst alternative thinkers. They are addicted to information, to knowing things. We live in the age of information. We are saturated in information. So it's really easy to get lost in the sea of what happened, what's happening, and what might happen in the future. And indulgence in any one thing tends to create disharmony. Overindulgence in information can turn an otherwise rational person into a, trigger warning, paranoid conspiracy theorist. And I know because I've been there. I was that guy. Listen, the rabbit hole can be a wondrous place, and sometimes it's necessary to explore it. It's full of insights, truth, and the keys to autonomy. But it's also like a choose-your-own-adventure novel. The rabbit hole can quickly become a bottomless pit. You can free fall down it forever if you're not careful. And habitually plunging into the deeper, darker crevices and corners of the rabbit hole can seriously mess with your mind. It can also seriously affect your attitude, your emotions, your relationships, your productivity, your motivation, and your overall momentum in life. And instead of coming up for air, a lot of rabbit hole junkies seek quick fixes, and I get it because it's a dark place. You put too much of that in your brain and you want to feel better. So they need an escape hatch, a mind-numbing shot of pure-grade dopamine in the form of alcohol, drugs, pornography, sometimes all three. And again, I know because I've been there. I've experienced this. The deeper and darker I would go down the rabbit hole, the more I would suffer. It got to the point where I stopped trusting anything about reality. I was suspicious of just about everything. And then I would smoke, drink, watch porn, hate myself, repeat. Not all the time, but I did have some unhealthy habits. And listen, I'm not throwing rabbit hole research or truth seeking under the bus. Being a conspiracy guy taught me so much. Most importantly, it taught me how to think for myself and question everything. And the ability to ask questions is fundamental to living a successful life. But at the same time, there are many things of which a wise man might wish to be ignorant. So, after nearly 20 years of rabbit hole exploration, I have arrived at a somewhat surprising conclusion. Ignorance is bliss. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, ignorance is strength. No, I'm kidding again. But seriously, there is some truth in both of those statements. Obviously, ignorance does not equal bliss. But choosing ignorance can have positive effects on your life. Intentional ignorance can make you stronger mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Ignore topics that drain your attention. Unfollow people that drain your energy. Abandon projects that drain your time. Do not keep up with it all. The more selectively ignorant you become, the more broadly knowledgeable you can be. Choosing ignorance does not mean you choose to limit knowledge. It just means you are choosing to limit information. You are being picky about what you put into your brain. Your mind only has so much bandwidth. Don't overload it with subjects, facts, and theories that serve no constructive purpose. Your mind needs nourishment, just like your body does. So feed it a balanced diet. If you're one of the many people who suffers from an information addiction, I got you. I am you. Here are some suggestions. Number 1, unsubscribe or unfollow channels, accounts, subscriptions, and podcasts that are overly negative, time-wasting, useless. Number 2, schedule your content consumption. Know exactly when you're going to watch, read, or listen to something and for exactly how long. Number 3, only consume information that you need right now. Information that you deem helpful or beneficial to your current situation. Number 4, limit your sources. Trim the fat, silence the noise. Number 5, check your email at specific times, once in the morning and once at night, if possible. Turn off email notifications on your phone. Number 6, turn off notifications in general. Number 7, silence your phone. Number 8, delete unnecessary or time-wasting apps. Number 9, change your phone screen to grayscale. A simple Google search will show you how to do this. And number 10, do more without your phone. Hike, walk, bike, meditate, read. Start ignoring anything that's not important or outside of your control. And watch, I promise you, your mood, attitude, and disposition will improve. It's not just information that's addictive, it's social media in general. These apps that are on our phone are designed to keep you hooked. They want your attention. It's really easy to mindlessly consume content online. So before you binge YouTube or BitChute or whatever, ask yourself these questions. Will this be helpful to me in some way? Really? Will this bring any value to my life? Will I enjoy this? Will I feel better or worse after watching this? Will I learn something that's in alignment with my goals? You don't need to be ignorant about everything all the time. I'm not suggesting that. If you need information, seek it out. Just be mindful of your motivations. Be intentional. Success in life is contingent on how narrow you can make your focus. Focus is the highest personal ability you can achieve. It is the distinguishing characteristic, the common denominator amongst all successful people. Getting what you want from life means saying no or ignoring as much as possible. All that to say, an examination of ignorance wouldn't be complete without examining the downsides. A person who willfully ignores important information can put themselves at risk or others at risk. We've definitely seen this on a massive scale over the last few years. Willfully ignorant people are unwilling to listen to other points of view and perspectives, usually because it challenges their belief systems, and people don't want their belief systems challenged because it's a threat to their identity. But that is a whole other can of worms and a subject for another video. The art of being wise is the art of knowing what to overlook. Ignorance is literally defined as a lack of knowledge or information. And where does most of our knowledge and information come from? Our lives, our experience. When we fail, we learn. When we do something wrong, we gain information to help us do the right thing the next time. If you're a rabbit hole dweller like I was, just remember that no matter how deep and dark you go, you can always look up and see the light. Being a conspiracy theorist can be a lonely experience. I know all too well. And if you're tired of the way it's making you feel, if you're tired of the effects it's having on your life, if you're tired of being lonely, let's talk. I have a 4-week sprint version of my program, The Self-Reliant Way, coming up in April. I want to work with you. If you're someone who is addicted to information or alcohol, porn, drugs, otherwise, that's something that my program can address. If you want to get excited about life again without losing any of your integrity, without losing any of your observations on the world, I can help you with that too. If you're interested, all the information you need is in the link in the description below. This world desperately needs your help. If you're wondering what your purpose is or what you can do, let's figure it out together in 4 weeks. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.